what he believes to be of quality. But there is, unseen by most, an episodic horror-based TV show. A show that still holds up. A show called Tales from the Darkside.
Hey, what's up, and welcome back to Talks from the Darkside. And guess what? We're completely finished.
We did it
with season 1.
Kazoo noise.
Yes.
Blow over it. Yeah.
Definitely didn't take us 2 years.
Uncle Buck's got the fucking giant pancakes.
This was a roller coaster ride.
Oh my God.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
You know, we had some bumps, and we're gonna try to be a little bit more consistent with the second season going forward. But I think it was a hell of a time. I'm so glad that we started this and we did it with you.
24 episodes.
24 fucking episodes. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot, I think.
But it's great for a show to have this many episodes just in one season.
Mm-hmm.
They should all have this much.
Yeah.
Not just these like 8, 10, 12 mini epists.
That's the theme lately, right? Like the last few years, that's kind of the number a lot of these shows stay on.
And then they get canceled. The first 4 episodes.
But I think Game of Thrones kind of set that into motion. Like when that first came out, that was like 10 episodes. Then it was like another. I mean, I'm sure there's other
it's like
examples.
the higher the budget, the less episodes I get. That makes sense. That's why there's so many episodes.
That's true.
Well, Game of Thrones is like an hour and change, isn't it?
Per
episode.
Yeah, there's that too.
So here we are. So what we're gonna do, we're doing a wrap up of the first season, and we're gonna talk a little bit about what are our top 3 episodes from the first season of Tales from the Darkside, and some other junk as we get into it. So let's get rolling on this.
And just to clarify, it'll be each of our top 3, and I'm sure there'll be some crosstalk on each one of these.
Oh,
Of
yeah,
course,
100%.
The way these things go.
Yeah.
And I will criticize you and you.
That's fine.
No, no, we can
you
talk
better.
about it.
Now that you said it. No, I'm just kidding.
Who wants to go first?
All right, I guess I'll start. So do you want to do all 3 at once, or you want to do like a 1, 2, 3? You want to?
Let's do
go
like
one at a time.
Yeah, and now this is top 3 in no particular order, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to. It's fun to find like which ones I enjoyed the most.
Mm-hmm.
For each of us.
Yeah.
But ranking them, then it's like
it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
I think you give one, Joe give one, I give one, and we'll just go around.
And we'll
till we
just
do
keep going
3
around.
each.
Yeah.
All
But
right,
we'll
so-
discuss on each one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So one of my favorites was Madness Room,
I knew it was coming. It's a fun one.
It's a good one. I like that one.
and it's like I admit it's not perfect, but for what I look for in like these anthology episodes, it's got everything I wanted. Just like has like mystery, some intrigue,
Yeah.
and then this weird batshit ending that's you don't see coming. It's like it was fun.
And especially that's one of those episodes, I think we specifically called out that like because a lot of these episodes will like zoom in on something at the end.
Yeah.
But that's one of the ones that sticks out at me. That was like weird. They cut to the house burning down.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then come back to the painting.
Yeah, I guess again because they paid to have it burned down, so they're not going to waste that footage.
Sure. It's kind of cool too because like it's very much in tune with the original idea of what the series was going to be. You know, it has that very EC feel to it.
Yeah.
That kind of runs. I think we talked about it on that episode. How
I'm certain that we brought
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
yeah,
big time.
Oh, yeah.
but like how Tales from the Darkside was supposed to be Creepshow the series.
Yeah.
So I think it falls right in the pocket there with the original intention of the series. So I mean, I really like it. I think it's really good too. And it's like again, there's that classic story of like 2 conspiring lovers. Cheating on the rich white guy.
Yeah, that's always how it goes.
You know what I mean? And that poor motherfucker didn't do nothing wrong, though. You
right.
know, he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he wasn't even a scumbag.
No.
Usually he's a scumbag,
Yeah.
not that one.
No.
They fucking build that fake room in his house where he's in the hospital and everything.
And he
They go-
fucking burns it down, too.
Yeah.
With
They
the
go through a
lantern
lot of trouble to make this whole like scheme work.
to give him a heart attack to like get his money.
Usually it's like most of these couples are like these scheming, like, the
Yeah.
cheating boyfriend and
Yeah.
like, the guy she's having an affair with.
Mhm.
It's usually a little more straightforward or like, oh, all right, we'll kill him and then take the insurance money
Yeah.
or something. But this one, it's like you gotta give him give him credit for the effort.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
they're
him
putting forth.
an E for effort.
Yeah.
Because they like made this elaborate ghost story and like peppered in like a fucking Ouija board
Like a
and
hidden
like
key and all
the,
that.
Yeah.
the key and the brick and all that bullshit and drop it through the hole and all that stuff.
Yeah, the hole.
The
Oh
hole,
my god.
well, that
Why
was
did
their-
you tell him to do that?
I didn't. I thought you
Yeah,
did.
secret ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good one.
So it was fun. It's like
Yeah.
it was like it checked all the boxes for me. And again, it's not perfect, but as far as like the structure of an episode goes and like laying the framework for like a story
Yeah.
and a twist,
Yeah.
it's like
100%.
cool. Because we don't have a whole lot of like straight up twists.
No,
No,
or
yeah.
or like conspiratory episodes
Yeah.
where it's humans against each other rather than humans against a ghost or like a ghost
Yeah.
against human or like a monster or
Yeah.
something.
It's like most of the time we have like a resolved issue
Yeah.
or like some kind of plot like ending,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but nothing as far as like a twist like this
No,
where it's like, hey, there's a ghost.
there actually
all right.
is a ghost.
Cool.
Well, there's a couple twists there because unless you see it coming, like them being the cheaters and everything. I mean, if you're familiar with the material, you kind of see it coming. But there's that twist and the twist that I'm not quite dead yet, and then the
Yeah.
ghost is the final,
Yeah.
That's-
proverbial nail in the
Yeah.
coffin. Yeah.
My favorite is when dude like pretends he's like dying and then like makes one last ditch effort and grabs the fucking lantern and throws it against the wall. It's like we're all gonna burn, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's kind of great.
I love it.
So it's like, yeah. So as far as like what I like going into these, especially with like Tales from the Crypt and the twists,
Yeah,
it's like
Mm.
this had it, and cool. That's what makes it one of my favorites.
yeah, it's a good one. I'm gonna definitely say Slippage is.
That was the one I was waiting for you to say. Yeah. As I was going down the list, I was like, oh man, I forgot about
Yeah.
Slippage. Such a good
It's
episode.
a powerful episode.
It's a powerful episode. It really resonates with me and like how I feel a lot of the time. So like that one always really like hits me in the gut, where it's like you're living this life and you're putting this effort in like this art and stuff or whatever it is that you're doing, and then like everybody just like forgets about you or doesn't acknowledge that you exist.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of.
And then it's like at the end of the day, it's like, have you even lived?
Have you even been here?
Yeah.
What have it's like you're a ghost, It's a very sad episode and it's really well acted, and the guy from the Warriors is in it. I forgot his name, but he's amazing.
And
in
he's
it.
so good in this.
He's great.
And
Yeah.
all that fucked up imagery with like his wife and like the picture on the wall changing and
The-
everything.
yeah, there's like that Marty McFly thing where like it changes into the other guy, and you're not sure if like the other guy was always there and it was like a split personality or something. Like there's a lot of different ways you can cut.
The scene with his mom at
Yeah.
the door and she doesn't recognize
I
him.
know if I had a son and I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, this one does hit you in like a lot of spots. And it's
Yeah.
like, you could even say it's like, this is the most psychological, like, strongest episode.
I think so. Definitely. I think it's even above like the New Man.
Mm.
Yeah.
In terms of like dealing with not only mental issues and how they're perceived by yourself, but also the people around you. Like Vic Tayback is an alcoholic in the New Man, and his whole thing is he relapses.
Yeah.
Whether Jerry's a demon or his own personal demon
Right,
or
yeah.
whatever, like we never really sure.
Just definitely not his son.
It doesn't
Right.
go as like deep as like something like this. It's like,
No.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is dealing with like stuff on like an existential level.
Yes, it's an existential crisis, is which is
Yeah.
basically having or just existence thereof, because this guy isn't doing drugs or anything. He's literally just fading from
Mm,
existence.
Literally.
Was he
Slipping.
even born? It's the slippage. He's slipping out of reality, which is fucking terrifying
It's
to
a
me.
nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. And again, like it hits very close to home for me personally. So it resonates with me in a way where I think more so than a lot of the other stories do. Especially because like he's also like a fucking graphic designer.
Yeah.
It's just like this weird
Yeah.
thing.
The planets are
It's like-
aligning for
Oh,
you.
That's
yeah.
another coincidence.
Yeah, it's just
Weird.
it's another
Yeah.
coincidence. Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great episode, and I think it holds up, and I think it will always kind of stand the test of time for sure, especially from the first season.
Yeah.
Lineup.
I'm gonna kind of kick off my top 3 with one that Chris didn't get to join us for because I kind of want to know his opinion on it.
Oh, that's a good one.
But Bigelow's Last Smoke
It's
is
great.
in my top 3. There you go. We talk about this anytime they come up, but it's one of those that's a one location episode outside of what's his face from Lost. What's his name? The guy on the TV.
yeah, the dad from Critters 2.
Right. Well, that's probably a better example. I'm the Lost fucking Bernard from Lost.
Yeah.
I think is what I kept bringing up. Yeah,
Mr. Morgan.
Yeah. Yes. Just that whole idea, and I was joking on the episode. I was correlating it instead of just regular cigarettes to funny cigarettes, to weed cigarettes, and how that was my way to like put myself in his shoes and how fucked up that would be. And the whole thing is like, well, you really signed up for this treatment, buddy. Here's your name on the dotted line. And he can't handle it.
You signed a contract, Mr. Bigelow.
Yeah, and it's definitely one of those more like I always hate to always reference Twilight Zone, but that's the one I've seen the most of, and it is iconic, but it feels very Twilight Zone-y, which shouldn't be immediately make it better, but it does for me for some reason.
Yeah.
And just that ending when it's like he finally thinks he's like off the hook, and now it's like, let's work on the caffeine now, and he's like,
Wah, wah, wah.
it's an amazing episode for me personally. And you said you like that one, Chris?
Yeah, I thought it's great.
Yeah.
It's like that episode. I'm pretty sure that helped me quit smoking.
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Because like I'd like trying to quit. I'm like, oh, I can do it, and then it's like, oh, maybe tomorrow. But then it's like,
can you slip a cigarette
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. That's
but then it's like
conscious or
I like
something.
that sound.
Yeah.
And it's like you try to like, oh, remember that episode? And it's like that was like this weird subconscious thing. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh, just like made me feel like weird. And
I brought up Quitters Inc. on that episode.
oh yeah,
And I feel like I think that predates. When was Cat's Eye? 83? I think it predates Bigelow's Last Smoke, but it's very much the same kind of story. But like I was talking about that and like how like visceral that is with James Woods, like with his wife like going on the fucking electric floor and
God,
shit.
yeah.
And that's how they get you the quickest. It's like the mob.
Yep.
And they're
yeah.
and they're like killing.
They're
They're
gonna
like,
shoot your grandma.
They're
unless
gonna
you quit
shoot your
smoking.
grandma, cut your wife's fingers off and
Yeah,
shit.
Talk about grandma's last wish right
What?
there. Yeah.
Please stop smoking, Mr. Bigelow.
Olives as she gets blown
Yeah.
away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun episode. I don't have much else to add. I kind of went deep dived into that when we did the episode, but
It's a good one.
it sticks with me, man. I think
Yeah.
about it a lot.
Yeah, I think the guy who plays Bigelow is really good too.
Mm.
I don't know his name, but I don't remember his name rather.
It was like something like Thomas Riccolo or some shit like that. I don't know.
Thomas Riccolo, Mr. Bigelow.
I feel like I'm kind of close on that, but somebody check me on that one.
So another one
So-
of my
so
favorites.
what's
and
another
I
one?
think
Yeah.
I'm taking one off of your list.
Okay,
If I know you as well as I think I do.
I can replace it with something, but go on.
Inside the Closet.
Yes.
Okay.
This, I think, out of the season, does a good job of like summarizing what this show can be.
Yeah, I think so.
Like it's hard to have like only one episode out of this whole run of the show that is like the Tales from the Darkside episode.
Yeah.
But I feel like if there was, this would be included in a pack of say episodes.
It's pretty iconic.
Yeah.
And I think the reason is because it's like creep show. It's like the Crate Light.
Yep.
Is what it is.
That's the best way to describe it. Yep, it is.
It's got Fritz Weaver in it. Tom Savini's doing the effects. You know it.
And directing.
And directing. John Harrison's doing the
Yeah.
score. Like
It's like the great value version.
It's
of
the great
show-
value
of the
version
Crate.
of the
Dollar
Crate.
store
Yeah.
version?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the most positive of lights,
No,
obviously.
sure.
Yeah.
No, in the most positive way. And it hits home with, I think, like you said, like bringing all of those flavors together into a package that you want to see. You know, there's a beautiful girl, there's a weird little creature, and there's a creepy house with a creepy, professor of zoology.
isn't
or
that what
whatever.
we're all looking for
I
in
mean,
like
yeah, wow.
movies?
It's
And yeah,
I think when we did that one, I said specifically that I want Fritz Weaver's fucking house in
Yeah,
that.
I
With
can
like
see it.
the monkey skulls
Yeah.
and all
Oh,
the
God, yeah.
fucking the rats in the jars and all that shit. Like, I don't know. Love it.
it's just so good. And it's like I feel like the show is at its strongest when it's like leaning more into what it can do in the world of horror.
Yeah.
Rather than not saying the comedy here doesn't work ever, because there's some funny episodes.
There are.
Yeah.
But I feel like when it knows what it can do in the horror sense, it kills it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like this is one of those where it's like this is really where it can go. and I wish it got to this level more often.
There are some really creepy scenes in it. Two specifically that always stick out to me are there's like this long pan. I think it's like a pan down. They go down to underneath the bed, and like Lizzie's underneath the bed, and her eyes are blinking, just like kind of like the crate.
Yeah.
That freaks me out, and just like the idea of having this little door.
Right.
In a room that's like locked consistently, and then like
Alice in
open
Wonderland.
sometimes, and then sometimes there's nothing in it, and other times there's like little dresses in it, like that. It's fucking creepy, even without the creature, you know.
Yeah, like the little tiny doorknob. The door was what, only like say like that.
It's
big
only
or so?
that big, yeah.
So it's like just finding that in a room.
That's
like,
why I put the wardrobe in there, because the closet's locked. Yeah, love it. It's also that not double entendre, but it's also that thing too where Fritz like knows that the monster's up there and like purposely puts the ad out to get Coex to come to stay so that it can eat. You know, I don't know.
There's a little more like behind the scenes going on than he's up to.
Yeah. Which is another classic trope.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah. I just love how like surprised he acts too. He's like, "Oh, really?
Oh, you don't say.
Oh, the door opened. Did it? I've been trying to open that door for a couple of years."
Meanwhile, he's in his head like, all right, Lizzie's getting to work. All right, perfect.
Yeah. When it scares the shit out of him at the end, you're like, "Oh my god, it's gonna kill him!" And then he picks it up and like tells it a story.
Oh yeah.
And like puts it to bed.
Come on, Daddy's lap. Yeah.
It's so good.
Fucking thing is creepy, man. Okay, well, you took one of mine that I was gonna say, but that's okay.
He knew it.
But I figured we were gonna pick it anyway.
Well, we have some overlap too.
Well, there is overlap, but I feel like I can switch it out.
Yeah.
You don't got to worry about my bullshit. Wait to get to my next pick.
I think Answer Me is one of the definitely one of the better episodes in this. Were you on that episode? No, it was you and I.
I was not. Yes, that's the one with the phone attack.
So let's get your opinion on that, since we didn't hear what you thought of that.
I definitely remember that episode. You both really liked that one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I think that one was just okay. The horror element of the phone is very creepy in that one, especially this phone that won't stop ringing. But I just don't remember the full episode doing it for me. But the concept is fucking great.
The idea of this phantom or possessed phone like throwing itself against the wall at night, and you're like, what? And like the whole time, like you hear the phone ringing, but there's also this banging, and you don't put the two together until you actually see it, and then it's like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This phone's been throwing itself against the fucking wall? Like, it's just weird.
And that one shot where it's like on the phone, like POV with the phone going along the floor.
Oh, yeah, that's creepy too. I love the shot when she opens the door and she sees the wall and the fucking door are just all messed up from this phone just like throwing itself against it. That's a creepy scene. Yeah.
That's like my wife's Pomeranian when he was still alive. All right.
Threw itself against the wall.
No, they used to lock it in the study when they went out to eat so he wouldn't go get too upset running around the house. Yeah. But he would just claw at this door, jumping at it. It's like, oh my God, it's like a bulldozer hitting the door up there.
Holy shit, man. And there's a lot of creepy scenes, too, where she's actually talking on the phone. And it's her talking, like it's her voice talking back to her. And it's like, hello, you've reached whatever. This phone's not working already. Should I call the canine unit? The ambulance? The suicide line? She's like, no, what are you talking about? I just want to disconnect. She's like, is this your phone? She's like, no. She's like, well, you can't disconnect your own phone or somebody else's phone.
Yeah, it gets weird.
It's really strange. And then it's like, yes, the person who owned this phone killed themselves and blah, 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 blah. So that one makes you think too. And then, strangulation by phone cord by a possessed phone. It's a good one. It's a creepy one for sure.
Yeah, and it's like one of those ones where it's like it's made better because of its low budget and what it has to work with.
Yeah.
So instead of just kind of like I almost said phoning it in. I'm not going there. I'm not making that joke. But instead of, taking the easy route and just doing something very bare bones, it's like they work with what they're, what they have.
Yeah.
And it's such a tense episode.
But the lighting really makes it too.
The lighting too. I think we even mentioned that like they could have made it so fucking hokey if they put like teeth or something on the phone, and it's just a phone. Yeah. And I think that's what makes it even scarier.
And it's like in describing it, it almost sounds like kind of goofy and kind of silly, but it's like they pull it off somehow. I don't know how, but they do it.
It just works. And what's her face? The queen from Willow. I forget her name, but
it was the actress.
Yeah, she's really great.
Yeah. Okay. Please don't help me. So Painkiller, of course, had to be on my list. Not even really that good of an episode, but that's one that I've just referred to so many effing times since we recorded it that it had to be on my list. It's just, it's again, like, I don't love it. I think there's actually episodes I think that are better made in this first season overall. But I don't know, man. There's this fucking old man who's got a fucked up back because some demon just wants to like milk him for money for all these back help solutions that don't do anything. It's just hilarious to me. And just this guy that's like right out of Brooklyn or Queens or something that's just like, telling his wife, like, just let me take care of this, please. Don't help me. It'll be fine. And then the end of the episode is his wife's murdered, and now he's got to kill the next person's significant other, and he's just like not putting it together until it's way too late.
Is that a caramel? I love caramel.
There you go. Another quote.
Yeah.
Farley Granger as the devil doctor is fucking great, man.
Yeah.
And it's like this is another fun episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like whereas it's not my favorite, I appreciate it
Sure.
for it's like what it's doing here. And it's like you bring in some comedy into it. And I know I just said like, don't.
No, yeah.
We need a little bit of this. Like we need more episodes like this.
Yeah. And
to balance out those like.
Well, it doesn't beat you over the head with the comedy. It's the guy is just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Peggy Cass is great in it too as his wife, who also pops up in some Monsters episodes too. She's a trip, man.
Especially when at first she's just like, okay, yeah, your back's hurt. All right, whatever. And then you see like slowly like they have less and less money and like the less time she has to put up with the bullshit as it goes on is kind of great.
The problem is like he is experiencing back pain, but they can't find anything because it's being like willed by the devil.
Yeah, well, right, exactly. And I love when you first like see him standing outside watching him. He's like just randomly on a tree branch, like just staring in.
Yeah, he's outside.
Yeah. It's very memorable, and it's again one I always think about, especially since I just think that stupid line is funny to me, and it makes me think of our show more so than actually Tales from the Darkside, to be honest. So yeah, that's got to be in my top 3, man.
It's a good one.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Please don't help him.
Yeah.
So Chris,
just let me lie here for a while.
Oh yeah, exactly.
On the kitchen floor.
Do you want a blanket? Not a good blanket because you're on the floor.
Yeah. So Chris, what is your final of your top 3?
So my third one, and it's hard to pick
Sure.
a number 3. And again, no order here. Levitation.
Ooh. It's a good one.
Another one. I love the atmosphere in this episode.
Yeah. Joe
And
Turkel's fucking bringing it, dude.
So good.
Yeah.
R.I.P. He died right after we did that episode.
Which is crazy. Yeah, that's right. He did.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, again, it's like I just like how this episode's like set up, how it's pulled off, and it's like the ending gets a little weird, I guess. But it's like
I mean,
that's the beauty of it. I
that
think
guy's fucked.
Yeah, I
He's either getting frozen or hit by an airplane.
I think it like ends on a super downer, and I think that's why I like it.
Yeah. And it's just weird.
There's no music. He's just floating.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
It's like a little bit uncomfortable, and it's just unsettling.
And like I don't remember even liking that episode a ton, but like it's thought evoking.
Yeah.
Just like the whole backstory with the magician and everything about how he did this trick on his daughter, and it's heavily implied she died from it.
And then he learned from Houdini and shit.
Right. Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's very
And the heckler that gets put in his place, but maybe like the punishment was way more severe than necessarily he deserved, but oh well, you play with fire, sometimes you get burnt.
Yeah.
It's also that sad thing of like Joe Turkel like also proving to himself that he could still do it.
Yeah.
And it nearly killed him last time. He said he'd never do it again. But like he has been reduced to like this sideshow carnival doing like shitty tricks.
Working in parking lots and
drinking fucking dirty whiskey out of dirty glasses, eating like fucking eggs on the back bed of a truck. You know what I mean? Like
refried.
And it's like I feel like there's
chicken.
always a good story in like the mystery of like, and there's no not cheesy way to say this, but like the world of like magicians.
No, I would
sort
say
of
that.
like that occult world and things like that. Like Lord of Illusions.
Lord of Illusions is great.
Like, I think
few
that's a
times,
good
yeah.
one that kind of like has that sort of background.
Yeah, what's that one with Billy Zane? The Tales.
Oh, Well Cooked Hams.
Well Cooked Hams.
Yep.
I would say, yeah.
With who else is in that? That's not.
What's his face?
I almost said what's fucking
Joe
Estevez?
Estevez.
Yeah,
No, it's
not Joe Estevez.
Oh, God.
Was that
Not
Martin
Joe.
Sheen? Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I just always like that kind of angle. And like when there's like an old sideshow kind of setting,
Mhm.
you don't know exactly what year it is.
Hmm.
See like Big Fish.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
one where it
Yeah,
has
yeah.
like, you see the lights and everything. And it's like this old, what's the other one? Nightmare Alley.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's pretty good.
And you keep telling me that. I gotta check it
Again,
out.
not to sound like a broken record, but it's like, it feels like a Tales from the Crypt, like full length movie.
Yeah.
It's weird. And it's not just because a twist or some kind of,
Yeah.
it's just the way the atmosphere and the way it plays out and stuff. But yeah, as far as Levitation, it's like, the sideshow setting, the weird, like surrealness of not knowing a time period you're in.
Yeah.
Little things like that. That really makes the episode for me.
Never meet your heroes, Chris.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
the
point of
That's the way you take away from the episode.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, don't meet Joe Turkel.
Joe.
And whatever you do, don't piss him off.
He'll fucking send you into
Yeah,
space.
yeah, seriously.
Um,
Iron Man's gonna be flying by waving.
this is tougher than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And I keep changing my mind and flip flopping.
We were gonna do 5.
We were gonna do 5. Even then, maybe I think 5 would have been a little bit easier, but this is kind of fun. I think word processor of the gods, and I say that because I want to I think I wanted to try to like throw a good mix in, right, of good episodes that I really like, and that's one where it's like you have this machine that has a finite amount of wishes to make any dream of yours come true.
Got you saying wishes now, man.
What?
When we did that episode, I kept calling them wishes. You're like, they're not fucking wishes.
I got. Well, yeah.
Let's play the clip.
Let's play
the audio clip.
Yeah, and then he sees the the picture of her not there anymore. So he's like, huh, all right.
I'll wish for some gold.
It's not even a wish. Sorry, in advance if that was the case. So requests. How's that sound?
I'm just busting your balls, man. They're fucking wishes.
But that one has to be on one of these.
It's over
It
here,
is, isn't it?
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was saying because I
Based
remember
on a
that
story
being
by
one of
Stephen
like
King.
the
Yeah.
featured episodes.
I mean, it is a King story, sure, but like, and you have Bruce Davison in it, who's fucking great. He really is. I love the idea. That one is very crypt as well, especially the daydreaming sequences in it. So that's another reason why I wanted to mention it too, because it feels very much like, maybe not as extreme or goofy as Jordy Verrill, but it's like a more serious version of that. Where he's found this thing that can make all his problems go away, but it might not give him the results that he wants, which is kind of interesting.
Kind of monkey paw-esque.
It's monkey paw-esque for sure.
With less serious consequences.
It ends up working out for him, for Bruce
Delete
Davison.
my wife.
Yeah, delete
Wow, yeah,
delete
yeah.
my wife and my fucking bastard kid.
He basically got like the outcome that Pierce Bronson's character wanted in Lawnmower Man without all the bullshit. Just hit a few buttons on a fucking word processor and he was good.
I am a man who lives alone except for Job.
Well, right. Exactly.
No, and Cybo Man.
Yeah, well, oh my god, sign me up for that movie.
No, I think it's really fun. I think the concept's really fun, and like, imagine. I love the idea of like thinking about the fact that like making this thing out of junk that somehow is able to change history or make things appear or make your life better or worse depending on what you pick. I don't know. It's a fun one. I like it a lot, and that's one that really holds up all around. I think too for the whole series.
And I would say if you haven't heard that episode, check it out because we kind of go into what we would do if we had the processor.
I forgot we did
What
that.
wishes
Yeah.
we would make, and I think I said some pretty selfish things, but I stick to whatever I said.
I think you
Superpowers and
It's
money.
your
I think
word
it was.
processor. You do with what you want.
Yeah.
but you only have so many wishes.
Give me that teleportation power, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. So my third pick here, it's gotta be the odds, baby.
Oh, Tommy Vale. You like boxing? Little birds.
Never tell me the odds, Joe.
And that's another solid episode.
Dude,
Great
it's so
episode.
good. It's one that I always go back to. What's the line, Danny Lao? Or
Never underestimate the power of the human will. Sean.
Yes. And Tom Noonan, man, is so good.
Tom Noonan is a very underrated actor, I feel like, and he's excellent in it.
Yes. And
As Bill Lacey.
exactly. And even like the guy on the side, I forget his name of the guy that keeps getting told to get
Horace.
the
That's Horace
Was it
X.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. There's the
Yeah.
actual.
I'm reading the odds thing right here.
Oh, boss.
It's just
That's it. It's all connected.
Hey Cassie, get me a soap,
Oh
would
my
you?
god, it's just a really good episode, man.
it's
that
excellent.
Just really sticks out in the whole series so far. And I was kind of going down the line because I know when we did the episode, If the Shoe Fits, I was saying, oh, that's one of my favorite episodes,
Sure.
and that is one of those comedy ones,
Yeah.
Chris. But that
Oh,
would
I'm
been.
not saying like I don't like the comedy.
Oh
ones.
no, yeah. But I was like, man, as funny as that episode is, like this one, I feel like is more powerful. The odds, and just like the way that he tricks Tom Noonan, and I don't know, it's just something about that episode overall is just very memorable. And how eventually at the end he's like, well, I won, but my time is up. Like I realize I have actually lost,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like, but I gave myself enough time to like beat Tom Noonan one more time, and you know. While you get that last soak, here's what I want you to do with my finances, since I have 5 minutes.
Oh yeah,
you know?
get me a soak so I can write the last will and testament.
Right. I mean, the episode ends with his dead body on the
Yeah.
counter. It's kind of great.
And the thing that makes this so good too is like every now and then we have an episode that's just like blessed by like really solid actors. Like they just got lucky
Oh yeah.
with some of the people we have throughout these.
I think that's what it is. Why it's
Yeah.
so good.
And this is one of
because- yeah.
Probably one of the best casted episodes.
Agreed.
It's like both Danny Aiello and Tom Noonan.
Mhm.
It's like they're awesome in this.
Even the tertiary game, like Horace is great too.
Yeah.
And the whole
it works
betting-
really well.
The betting aspect of it,
Yeah.
them going back and forth, and you know, oh yeah, you want to make this bet? Oh yeah.
But it's
Don't I look like that guy that killed himself? Or I forget the exact semantics.
so
of
you
it,
Bill
but-
Lacey's kid.
Oh yeah, he's lying at first. He's lying at first.
No,
That's what it is.
they think he's Bill Lacey's kid,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah, yeah.
actually Bill Lacey.
Right, he's the ghost. He walks in the fog. Yeah, it's the. I could say this about almost every episode,
Yeah.
but the way that episode in particular shot, a
Mhm.
lot of like to make the audience figure out, oh, this is probably a ghost when like the fog comes in before he steps in.
Yeah.
Like little touches like that are just really, you don't need it, but it elevates the episode and the show as a whole. Like they do that throughout all the different directors and creative designers of this show. Like an episode could be like an 8. And like something else that someone on the production team did, or an actor added some kind of little tweak that elevates it to a 9 or a 10, or
Yeah.
you know, depending on your own personal rating system. But like, I don't know, just the show consistently, even on ones I'm not crazy about, there's always something you're like, besides one that I think we're gonna mention before we wrap this up. That is just like, man, like that had an idea there. Maybe it didn't work for me, but they were trying something different,
Mhm.
or there was an element in there that wasn't in any other episode. Like Mookie and Pookie comes to mind, because I don't think any of us love that episode.
No, but the idea is fine.
Exactly.
Like
and
it's
like
a fine
the guy in the
episode.
computer, and it has
Yeah.
that funny ending
Yeah.
where they're getting
playing
along.
Scrabble, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like this show, at least up to this point, has been very good. Of every episode gives you a different flavor.
Mhm.
I mean, we did get a decent amount of demon and soul contracts, if you will,
Yeah,
throughout here.
Those are popular.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
strap in because they're in every fucking season.
Well, I was
brother.
gonna say, but every time they've come
Yeah.
up so far,
Mm.
there's a different angle on it, and I
Yeah.
like that
Sure.
for this show as a whole.
Yeah.
I kind of turned my spot on the odds into a commentary on the whole series so far, but yeah.
No, I mean, I agree with everything you said. But with all of that being said, we just did our top 3-ish in no particular order.
Yeah.
What would be the worst? What are your worst episodes?
You want
We're
to
not, we're not going to
do we
go.
want to just say it on in
We're not going
unison?
to. Well, we're not going to go like deep dive like we just did with everything else, or talk about everything else. But just like your 3 least favorite episodes of this season. I think that's fair.
All right, on 3. 1,
Wait,
2.
Oh, you want to do a couple or just the one?
I want to do a couple, but
Okay.
definitely there's number 1 on that list for
Okay.
all of us. I would say.
That's what I'm leaning towards. Trying to let's just talk about it. The gin no chaser.
Gin, just like
Is
gin
it
the
just
drink.
gin? I keep saying the
It's-
gin.
It's not the gin.
All right,
It's
yeah,
just gin.
right. The D silent. I
The
keep
D
forgetting
is
about
silent.
that. Holy shit! Does this episode suck?
I don't want to talk about it too much, but it doesn't work. We went back. I think we talked about it on that episode, and I went back to see the original story because it's like it can't suck this bad, right? Like they changed it.
It does.
I was like, they changed it. They made it all shitty, and it's like, no, that original story is nearly verbatim the episode, and it's just like, why did we pick this?
yeah.
And just you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and like not that he's necessarily an actor, but he's got a very iconic voice, and like he's done other parts. It's like, and he's just like kind of there.
The only thing I remember from it, what is that? Is it Enter the Dragon? What's the one?
Oh yeah. Which I don't know. He does speak in that, but he doesn't have a lot of lines.
He
But the
just
point,
wears sunglasses and he fights Bruce Lee.
right? Well, the point being, it's like he's totally wasted, and the plot as a whole is just bad. So
Yeah.
I guess that's got to be the worst one so far.
It's like I feel like that episode was like somebody doing someone a favor, where it's like, yeah, we'll let you have an episode and just kind of just. But it's weird because we have like silly and goofy episodes. You know, we've seen them before, but this one just like falls on its face.
I mean, there's like there's maybe a couple funny lines because
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is saying it, which
Yeah.
is kind of funny.
But the monkeys, you smell like monkeys,
Yeah,
flatulating.
sweat of 1,000 monkeys or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
That's funny.
I
Just,
mean,
like stupid.
it's just like dumb.
Plus the actors like kind of get on my nerves. Like the one
He
guy's
fucking makes my
grating.
blood
The main
boil.
guy in the
Yeah.
straight jacket.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Like, I don't know. He's just
Yeah.
fucking annoying.
That's like I feel like every episode in this show is worth watching, except for this.
Except for that
Yeah.
one.
I don't like there. It's hard to find like any kind of redeeming qualities in it. I don't want to bash it.
No.
It's just
Yeah.
Come on, it's like you could do better. Darkside.
I mean, I don't know if I could actually name 3 that I don't like, but I can name at least one more.
I think me too. It's like there's something endearing in most of these.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to like just steer the ship on this, but like the other one that comes to mind for me is It All Comes Out in the Wash. I mean, I think I say straight up in that episode, I'd skip it if on a rewatch.
Yeah, that's low on my list too.
Because James Hong is fucking great in that, but he's so like in the background. Like he has a couple of lines on the phone, and the beginning's kind of great where he's like talking to the guy about his laundry service. But overall, I just think that episode just doesn't really work for me at all. And again, like we talked about it on that episode, and I think Chris agreed at the time, but it was just like, all right, like there's a concept, and I feel like I don't always want to like go back to that when I'm like complaining about something, but I'm just trying to be kind of fair to the show.
Yeah.
Because again, it is something different. And the idea of the dirty laundry and he's changing, like I get the concept. It just the whole episode kind of just gets a little too long in the tooth for me. So
Yeah.
that might be another one I would say.
Like whenever I think about that and try to like, reflect back on it, I always think it's better than it actually is.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I know you like that one.
I do, but I like it because of the James Hong stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
But like it's not
He
high
is
up on
the best part of the
yeah,
episode.
and it's not high up on my list, and I kind of like the concepts that it deals with, but it's just been done better in other anthology pieces. It's fine. I think Snip Snip is low on my list.
Sure.
Bud Court and Carol Kane do not save that episode.
No.
That is one when I'm talking about elevating episode. They elevate it, but it wasn't an 8 already. It was
Carol
like maybe
Kane
a
would
4 or
elevate
5.
me to skip to the next episode.
Yeah.
Like I think Bud Court's funny. I like his little bit in the beginning where he tells off the dean and all that kind of shit. But that movie, I think that episode like takes weird turns that we talked about on the episode, and it's just super uneven and doesn't jive. And I don't.
Yeah, it's another weird tarot one too, kind of.
No, it's like the witchcraft thing.
Well, I guess that's more specific.
It's a
yeah,
skipper.
Supernatural, I should say.
Yeah, it's a skipper for me.
Well, like Chris just said, you got Answer Me right after that. So
Yeah.
if you're going down your marathon, you might just say, "Fuck this! I want to watch Answer Me."
That's the one where like if you're working on something in the background, you don't really look up.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
you're
background
you're
noise,
hyper focused
Right.
in what you're doing.
But that's the beauty of the show. And I know we've said it before, but it's like the variety you get.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fun even when you hit a bad episode
Yeah, no,
or
I mean,
one you don't like really enjoy.
yeah, with the exception of Gin No Chaser,
Yeah, that
I think
too.
Snip Snip is watchable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's like there's something to pull in each of these, but some of these you kind of favor more than others.
100%.
I think one that's a little lower on my list too. In this, I might even just say 2, just to
Okay.
throw these out there.
Okay.
Tier Collector
Sure.
and Anniversary Dinner.
See, I was actually going to mention Anniversary Dinner.
That one's underwhelming,
Right.
but I like the concept.
And it's like kind of both of them. It's like I want there to be more of what they're both trying to do.
Like Tier Collector at least is so different than like every episode.
Yeah.
I think we even say on that episode, it almost feels like a Bright Side episode, if you will.
Yeah.
So I totally get that one. Like we've talked about how these episodes kind of work together for as part of like a bigger picture to get the feel for the show. And I think we talked about in that episode, not to always say that even though this is the wrap up, but like it's It's pretty good, but I totally get where you're coming from, Chris. But as far as like anniversary dinner, you nailed it, Joe. It's underwhelming. And again, I think I even say in that episode, like I felt like I called it before the other shoe dropped, so I'm just waiting for it to drop.
I think that's
Yeah.
the problem with it is it's too predictable from the right out of the gate.
Mm.
And they don't deliver 100% on like the cannibal stuff. I love the idea of that weird room they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like
there's some good ideas.
there's some really good ideas.
Like the scene when like they're fucking with the hot water and then like it gets tense for a second because like dad hasn't fixed it in a while.
Yeah, I like the fact that they have a giant hot tub that they use as a boiling pod
just
and like
dumping carrots.
yeah,
and
like I
vegetables
like
while she's
that
at it.
part.
Yeah.
I think Sybil is a really terrible actress, and I think that
Mhm.
might bring it down
Yeah.
too.
That final shot is pretty great though when they
Yeah.
show all the skulls. in
The skulls
cabinet.
are great. Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
like that too. The Tear Collector, though, sorry, I just want to come back to that for a second.
Yeah.
I love that episode because it's different. Like, I think even on that, I said what you just said, where like you need a little bit of different flavors, or it's an integral to the Tales from the Dark Side stew, if you will. It's not very scary. It's weird. I think it is just sad with like a kind of happy ending. I love the idea of this guy who's some kind of keeper or creature or entity who feeds off the sadness of the world
Yeah.
while simultaneously taking it away from like us
Yeah.
or like beings. I think
No,
that's a
yeah.
kind of a cool idea. But I would agree that like it wouldn't be one to reach for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or be
And I
like,
think
hey,
that-
you gotta watch this
And
one.
that's what I mean. It's like I don't mean it's a bad episode because it's not. It's
Yeah.
like there are things that I can appreciate and things it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
But as far as like just what I look for in these, I'm not even saying it's like even low on my list. It's just I'm just thinking of ones that are just like not as far up to the top. And
Yeah, I would-
Sure.
you know,
I
it's-
would even say that's one you definitely like. If you were trying to get someone into the series, I would not show them that
No.
one first. Like
No.
once you've dipped your toes in, that's why it's like kind of in the middle of the
Yeah.
series. Honestly, I feel like it's like check out the Tear Collector. Like let us know what you think, but don't start with it.
where it's like it's not even it doesn't even belong in the same breath as Jin No Chaser.
no,
That's
Because-
on its own planet.
because it's competently made and well written.
Yeah.
It's just not necessarily in the same
And
tone of
plus
the rest
actors,
of the series.
Like the actors are great in it.
yeah.
It's just like it goes like I appreciate like the weird stuff that it does.
Yeah.
But something about it, it's like I don't fully like totally enjoy it. So
Sure.
that's just why it's somewhere in that nebula of like, all right, I can. This
I
is
can
on
live
my-
without it. Yeah.
I'll throw one more out there. I can't remember the name of the episode. It's not even that it's like in the lower tier because I actually like this one quite a bit. What's the answering machine one with Richie Tozer?
Oh, the all cloned by the telephone.
That's a great one,
Yeah.
but also like I don't think of it immediately when I think of like great episodes.
Yeah.
It's middling, but like it's got such an amazing concept.
Yeah.
And the goddamn guy's name is escaping me. Richie Tozer, the
Harry
actor,
Anderson.
Harry
Harry
Anderson. He is one that elevates the episode, and we even have the damn answering machine around here somewhere.
Oh, it's in the other room.
So there's that appeal to it, but I wouldn't go so far as to say it's like bottom 3, but it's definitely one that I'm like, that concept's kind of great. And I also do like the inside joke of it possibly being related to Answer Me. Maybe they were having a conversation.
Does the word alternate reality, what is it? Alternate universe mean anything to you?
So I don't know if that would be like one of the lower ones, but maybe that's like an honorable mention. I don't know. Like once you start kind of like going down the list of every episode, like you start to second guess yourself. So I don't want to like go too deep into that territory per se, but that's
It's
one
like,
worth mentioning.
Maybe one way to look at this too is like instead of like like you said, instead of trying to rank them, it's like episodes that have potential that didn't really like live up to what it was trying to.
I would
Pull
agree
off.
with that.
Like
yeah.
meanwhile, you have weird ones like Grandma's Last Wish, where it's like they knew exactly what they were doing in this episode, whether it's successful or not, who knows? But it's like it's a thing
Yeah.
that stands on its own in the pantheon of tales from the dark side.
Sometimes Tales from the Dark Side teeters dangerously into over comedic themes.
Well, Grandma's
and
Last
tones.
Wish definitely is one
And
of them.
like it really gets fucking nutty in like the 4th season with some of these fucking episodes. I forget what it's called, but the like I Love Lucy ripoff episode with Moni May
Yeah.
or whatever.
When we get into that,
fucking
it's-
the guy who
that's
was in
gonna be
Alligator.
tough.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a fucking weird episode. But yeah.
But like as a whole, now that we've hit the end of the first season out of 4 seasons of the show,
Yeah.
we at least, especially us growing up with Sean,
Yeah.
like you now, like,
Oh yeah.
seeing a whole like first season of this,
Yeah.
taking a step back from like each episode, as like individual things, as a whole, like as like a show so far, what we've seen with like the season, like this first season, like what are your thoughts on like what it's doing, where what it is as like a show, like what's your favorite thing as a whole about what's here so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really well done. I mean, this is one of those shows that like I wish I watched when I was growing up, even if it was kind of before my time, regardless. It kind of makes me think about the genre, or I guess subgenre, if you want to call it that, of anthology movies. I don't know, is that a genre, subject? You get what I'm saying?
I think anthology is a genre.
Because again, like I know I mentioned it several times already, so I'll try to make this my last reference to it. But like Twilight Zone is something I grew up with, and that was my anthology growing up.
Sure, that's
And
what you related to.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people, obviously people older than us too.
Yeah.
But it's like it's cool for me to kind of be like, oh, this exists, and I've never seen it. So it's a whole like 24 fucking different movies, technically.
Yeah.
22-minute movies, basically. And like I just watched Guillermo del Toro's new series, which it was just like 5 or 6 fucking movies, like 45 minutes long each, and it was like kind of cool. So like I like these kind of things for that. Like Are You Afraid of the Darks? And, your Outer Limits. So it's kind of fun to be going into it for the first time, and then kind of having that perspective from you guys are like, oh, I've seen these all multiple times. And then like just not that you wouldn't form the same opinion you would if you came to it fresh, but just different angle that you came at it to is just kind of interesting for me to also be involved in the conversation.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
but it's also just, it's been a fun ride so far. I mean, I've been enjoying the show.
That's part of the fun that we've been having, is that you haven't seen these before, so it's like you have us who we've seen these multiple times, and then somebody with a completely fresh take with a fresh pair of eyes never saw it before, you know what I mean? And like that, I think there's a lot of value in that, and a lot of fun things that have come out of that in the discussions of these over the first season that we've covered. So it's cool. I think it's been a really fun time.
Yeah, and it's like that's the fun of, like Sean was saying, in like these short story formats, is it gives you a chance to see these like really brief stories like they're little movies.
Yeah.
It's like you have like 20 or so minutes to get the story, entertain people, and all inside of a half an hour, and it's
you
like,
gotta hook them.
Yeah. And same with movies. It's like there's gonna be like stinkers. There's gonna be ones that just you're not into, but then there's ones that can like be so good that they like summarize like a series for you.
Oh,
Sure.
Like Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's like Phone Police.
Oh,
It's like you have like
that's
those
a good one,
iconic sort of episodes like that, where it's like all it takes is like one really solid episode for it to just lock in your brain. Now you're a fan of the show and you have like a good memory of it.
Yeah.
Well, like you just said it, Chris. That's why anthology series I think are so good, because not to repeat what you just said, but you're 100% right. I mean, you might turn it on and it might be an episode that doesn't turn you on the show and you never watch it again. But you have 1 in 24 chances that you're going to find one that's right up your alley.
It's like throw enough shit at the wall, something's gonna stick.
Yeah. Which has a negative connotation, but we're saying it in a positive way. Yeah.
And it's like, especially with something like this, it's like you can literally do a ranked list of like budget versus like execution.
Sure.
On a lot of these shows.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like Twilight Zone, Tales from the Crypt, Monsters, this, all those, where it really comes down to the storytelling.
Absolutely, 100%.
And it's like where this one, it's like there's a couple episodes, like ones that just take place in one room. You can tell it's like they don't have a whole lot of money to throw around, but they're doing their best.
Yeah, especially for what they're trying to accomplish with whatever episode that might be.
Yeah. It's like once we get to monsters, then it gets a little hokey with like,
But then some of those episodes are like like Bug House is fucking incredible, man.
It's like there's definitely some solid ones. There's some, even the ones that aren't too great, there's some charm to them.
Yeah.
And it's like I think that's where I lean into a lot with this show, where it's like the low budget works for me because of what it does with like atmosphere and tension. And there's like a quality to it. I can't put my finger on, but it's like the bigger budget stuff doesn't have what this show does.
I think it's because they're experimenting and trying new things and doing kind of what they want to do. Maybe it doesn't land all the time, but it's different enough that it's intriguing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think the magic thing about this type of storytelling and the low budgetness of it and all that kind of stuff. It's like, or what I always found fascinating and what has attracted me to it is that it feels like I can accomplish it.
Yeah.
You know, I never saw, like, I never saw myself like in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was always like doing a Tales from the Dark
Yeah.
Side or like some kind of B movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? For like no money and just making a cool thing the best that we could do. You know what I mean? So,
And I think that's why growing up with this has left such an impact.
and how it's impacted us as people and as filmmakers and stuff too. I think. I mean, I know we talked about that briefly on the Creep Show episode that we did, but it runs through all
Yeah.
of this.
Oh, yeah.
Like there is a network of veins that stretch out through Creep Show and Tales from the Dark Side and Monsters and Twilight Zone and all of these other B movies that we surround ourselves
Yeah.
with and watch and enjoy and have captivated us as people and individuals. And I think it's a testament to the fact that no budget and no amount of exposure can beat a good storytelling or
Fun
unique
idea.
or unique
Yeah.
storytelling.
Yep.
Even if they don't stick the landing every time, they still tried something different.
Mhm.
You know, I fucking love this series so
so good.
much. I love it
Yeah.
so much. So that's it. That is our wrap up of the first season of Tales from the Dark Side. We hope you enjoyed it. We've had a lot of fun talking about it. We're going to continue to talk about it.
Yeah. For a while.
For a while, we're going to be diving headfirst into season 2 soon. So stay tuned. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for enjoying the show. Thanks for your support. And we hope you have been enjoying going through Tales from the Dark Side, not only watching the episodes, but also hanging out with us while we talk about them. And until next time, fellas.
Try to enjoy the daylight.
We'll catch you later.
Tales from the Dark Side is always there, waiting for us to watch it, waiting for us to hit play. Until next time, try to find it on DVD and watch along with us.